Hi, and welcome to another episode of What's the Dish? Today's dish, we're going to do a stroganoff, but we're not doing beef stroganoff, we're doing chicken stroganoff today, and we're going to make it a little bit lighter for people who don't like red meat. I like red meat on occasion, but I do appreciate poultry, and this can be made with turkey as well, so try it out, and I think you'll like it. What we're going to start off with is we're going to go through our ingredients, and then I'm going to show you how to get this pasta started. We're going to have whole wheat pasta today. I know traditionally you can do egg noodles, and you could use rice if you'd like, brown rice, white rice, it doesn't really matter. Jasmine would be really great. Basmati rice would be excellent as well. But we're going to use a whole wheat angel hair pasta, and I really like that. It's a high fiber, really good for you. We're also going to do, instead of the traditional button mushrooms, we're going to add some mixed mushrooms, or a mixed mushroom variety to add more flavor. And we're going to have cremini mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, and shiitake mushrooms. We're going to add that. And you can also cut a quarter of an onion, but instead of using a quarter of an onion, I thought it'd be really nice looking if we use pearl onions. And we're going to use pearl onions in this dish. It really makes it look pretty and nice. We have chicken, and instead of using beef, red beef, we're going to use, or any sort of red meat, we're going to use chicken breast and chicken thighs, okay? And the chicken thighs are going to add a little bit more fat, a little bit more richness. So if you do miss that kind of fatty red meat, you got that fatty part right there, okay? The other thing we're going to use is we're going to use something called grapeseed oil. And grapeseed oil has a high smoke point, and you can get this pretty much in any supermarket in the country. And you can use canola oil if you want to as well. Some tomato sauce, or if you want to use a little bit of diluted tomato paste, anything that'll make up to about a half a cup to 4 ounces is fine. And we're going to finish this dish off with some sour cream. Now, if you wanted to use some nice Greek yogurt, you can absolutely do that. If you wanted to use some cream cheese to finish it off, you can do that as well. And we're going to use a little bit of flour, and we're going to use these vegetables and greens here to garnish our dish at the end to give it a little bit of color, because stroganoffs have a tendency to be very gray and white and antique whitish, and if you don't really have any color on them, it's kind of hard to see it. So we're working with a lot of brown colors here, so you want to make things look really great to the eye, so we're going to brighten up our dish a little bit when we serve it. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we have to get the pasta going. So I have a whole bunch of whole wheat angel hair pasta here, and we have our water boiling pretty well. We'll just throw our angel hair pasta in there, and we're going to give it just a little bit of a stir. We'll have that boiling away for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Register online today and start your culinary journey.
We'll monitor that, because sometimes there's some foam that comes up and it kind of goes over the top, and the last thing you want to do is have to clean your stove top. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken, and we're going to take our chicken and we're going to put our chicken on our cutting board. We have thighs and we have breast meat. There are thighs here. And we're going to cut them down into bite-sized pieces. Best way to do it. Okay. Be careful when you cut anything. You want to make sure that your fingers are tucked up underneath your palm. Stroganoff is one of my favorite dishes, and I think you're really going to like this chicken dish that we're going to do. So again, the thighs are a little on the fatty side, and that's okay, because we like fat. Fat makes flavor. Flavor tastes good, so we want to add some flavor to it because we're missing out on the beef. And we're going to cut this into bite-sized pieces. And what we're going to do then is we're going to take our frying pan here, and we're going to heat that up. I'm going to put it on right now. And we're going to brown this chicken up. Just cut it up into nice bite-sized pieces. Your tendons, throw that off to the side. We'll just put it over here for now. And I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to add some grapeseed oil to it. give our pasta a little bit of a stir. Angel hair pasta really doesn't take that long. You want to get this pan nice and hot before you start to get your chicken in there, and let's get started right now. Now the one thing about browning items and browning pieces of meat is that you don't want to move it. Once it's down in the pan, the last thing you want to do is absolutely move your chicken, or any sort of meat for that matter. Okay, so we'll let that sit for a bit. Now, and in the meantime, if you have whole mushrooms, if you have, and you want to cut that down, you can definitely do that. Oh, and I almost forgot, fresh thyme. Fresh thyme, chicken and thyme go very, very well together. Traditionally, you don't put really any herbs or anything inside of a stroganoff. It's very plain, and I like to add some flavor to it, especially if we're going to play around with it and doctor it up and make it our own little thing. All right, so it's been cooking just for a little bit and under high heat, and you start to see it's browning just a touch. We'll just let it go a little bit longer. You want to cook this through almost as much as you possibly can, because it's going to finish in the sauce, and we'll get the sauce going as soon as the chicken is completed. At this point, you want to do a little bit of, you want to put a little salt on there. Add a little salt, and we'll add a couple of turns of cracked black pepper. Always season your food. So while this is cooking, we're going to take a break. And when you come back, we're going to put this whole dish together.
What's the Dish is sponsored by Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
Hi, I'm Chef Steve. Join me and become a master chef. Become an interactive part of our culinary classes at Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
Register online today and start your culinary journey.
You too can create these dishes. Whether you're a novice or an expert, there is a place for everyone in these master classes.
Register online today or call Blue Ridge Community and Technical College for more information.